Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you enjoy these videos, be sure to click like and subscribe, and if you click the little bell, you'll be notified when videos are uploaded. Welcome to the Sorrell Weed house in Savannah, Georgia. It is known as one of the most haunted houses in the United States. It sits right on Madison Square, and it is a historic house in a city that's abound with haunted houses. It's been in movies, Forrest Gump, up to the Today Show. It has an amazing architecture. Francis Sorrell was a wealthy plantation owner, and though his life was marred with tragedy and scandal, after the death of his first wife, Francis married his late wife's younger sister, Matilda. She then committed suicide after catching Francis in an affair with Molly, one of his slaves. A few weeks later, Molly was also found dead, apparent suicide. The ghosts of both Molly and Matilda still haunt the house to this day. Visitors have experienced a dark energy in the house, and sometimes they feel like they're being choked to death. Ugh. Others report feeling drowsy upon entering the building. Much of the dark energy comes from hundreds of dead soldiers who died during the siege of Savannah, as the bloodiest battles were fought nearby Madison Square. Some experts say there may be soldiers buried underneath the Sorrell Weed house. The Sorrells were among Savannah's most influential families. Francis Sorrell was West Indian plantation owner who became one of Savannah's wealthiest men. He was born in Saint Domingue, known as Haiti. A slave revolt forced his family to flee, and the young Francis was saved by slaves who refused to take the life of a young boy. He made a living working in the docks and was eventually transferred by his company to the United States. Despite being saved by slaves, he himself eventually became a slave trader. Francis and an associate opened up a shipping company in Savannah, where they shipped salt, butter, molasses, cotton, and African slaves. The company grew exponentially, making Sorrell a wealthy man. Moxley Sorrell was Francis' son. He fought for the Confederates in the Civil War and rose to the rank of brigadier general. He fought in the siege of the Fort Pulaski, where Union forces overwhelmed the Confederates and took the fort. The Sorrell Weed is among the most famous buildings, haunted or otherwise. The house was built in 1837 by architect Charles Kluski. In the mid-20th century, it became one of the earliest homes to be restored by the city's preservation movement. It gained fame after making several appearances in movies and was featured in the opening scene of Forrest Gump. The scene was shot from the roof of the Sorrell Weed house and the Madison Square and surrounding vicinity. The house also appeared on the Today Show, as well as several ghost-themed TV shows, including Ghost Hunters, Ghost Adventures, and Travel Channel's Most Terrifying Places in America. So, when Sorrell married Lucinda Moxley soon after arriving in the United States, Lucinda was from a wealthy family who did business with Francis. Lucinda died just a few years after they married, so Francis, the classy man that he was, married her younger sister, Matilda. They had a happy marriage, but he was known for his vices, and he began having an affair with Molly the slave. When Matilda found out about it, she became enraged and allegedly committed suicide by jumping off the second-floor balcony, landed headfirst, cracking her skull open on the cement courtyard. Molly was struck by guilt, and subsequently, Molly was found hanging by a noose in an apparent suicide. So we're actually going to ask the tarot cards about this haunted house. Here it is, a modern picture of it. Here's one of the rooms. It's a massive house. Looks absolutely beautiful. I'm going to use a variety of tarot cards to see what is in this house. I'm going to start out with the Ghost Tarot. Are the spirits of Molly and Matilda haunting the Sorrell Weed house? You can't make this up. This is a person. This is the Five of Cups. And you can see that there's a person like being afraid of this ghost appearing in front of them. So there is definitely ghost activity in the house, but we're using the ghost tarot. We still have to back it up with a regular tarot deck. This is the Ace of Wands, which is my yes card. So yes, those two are haunting the house. I can quit when I get to an ace because that is my 100% yes card. So we're going to go to the regular universal weight tarot cards, and we're going to say, why do Molly and Matilda still haunt the house? Because they feel their life was stolen away from them. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder if I can move this camera down a little bit, if you guys can see this. And I'm going to put a little bit different light on it. This is the card about stealing their life away. They felt like their life was stolen away. And what else? For money. For money. Oh, the focus was all about money. Doing everything for money. I think they're focusing their energy. Now, this is the two of them, but there's a person in the middle. Are they aware of each other? Are they aware of each other in the house? So the two of them are together. There's more deaths in the house. Oh, so this is like, they're calling it like the house of death. There's hidden more deaths. And they said they're soldiers in the land and that. And this card is validating that. So they felt like they're trapped spirits. Oh, that's too bad. That they feel like earthbound. I bet you they're earthbound. Let's grab another deck. Heaven and Earth, I think this one's called. What does Molly have to say, the slave? Is there any message that Molly has? She's like, I was a really strong woman. And I was beautiful. And I was loving. But my love had to be under the realm of deception, because this is the moon. So the love that I had was under the realm of deception. She said, I'm happy to be speaking from the spirit world. This is the Ace of Wands. I'm happy that you're communicating with me from the spirit world so she can get her story known. She said, why couldn't I have been a queen? She's like, I wasn't the queen. What the hell? Is she holding up somebody's head? Shit. Sorry. This is for mature audiences only. Molly, what are you saying? You've got a weapon and you're holding up somebody's head. That's the weirdest Queen of Swords card that I have ever seen, ever. Molly, what did you do? What did you do, Molly? This is like murder. Oh my God. So what are you saying, Molly? That there's murder. And there's weapons, and there was wars and fighting. Everybody's dead on the property. Everybody's dead on the land. They all fought, and they all died. Oh, God, the card even says defeat on it. How weird that I happened to grab this deck. You guys on my YouTube channel, this is a brand new deck for me. I've never used this one in my past. And obviously, I had no idea that the Queen of Swords is holding some guy's head. This is Molly we're talking to. She's talking about the battle, the war, and murder. She feels at peace with herself right now, because that's the High Priestess. And I feel like she wants to go to the light. Molly, are you haunting people in the house right now? Are you haunting people, like trying to scare people? Death. Well, that's weird that I pulled the death card. There's a lot of people haunting that house. And people that died on the land are haunting it. People that died, look at the war. Look at the flag and the soldier on the horse. So Molly is saying that there is so much death in the land that any house built on the land is going to be haunted by all the death. She's calling it the city of death. That's what's coming to me. The city of death. Is there, I'm going to put this aside and get my serious deck. Is there any way to clear out these earthbound spirits that are traumatized and don't know they're dead, or they're haunting the land and the houses? Is there any way to send them to the light? I mean, I know that would cut back on the income of the place. Move them from a difficult situation into a better situation. Somebody to help move them to the light. Who would help move them to the light? Oh, they won't want to go though. So somebody could offer assistance, but they still think they're battling. See the battle going on? And some of them don't even realize maybe that they're even dead. And they're superstitious. They're very superstitious in that. This is the black cat. You know, like never trust anything. So if somebody said you want to go to the light, they're superstitious based on the time period of when they died. So what do? Will they eventually go to the light? Will they eventually go to the light? Well, okay. It's going to be hard, challenging for them. But okay, all right. So eventually they will. That's the happy card. All right. So we don't have to worry about them totally because eventually they'll go to the light. I do want to communicate with Matilda. I don't know if I want to use this heaven and earth one. If there's a card with a Queen of Swords holding somebody's head, what else is in here? Oh, I guess we'll find out. I also want to communicate with the Matilda. Matilda, can you come through and speak with us? No. When they say no, I don't talk to them. Nope, I don't want anything to do with you. I'm not going to talk to you. I'm not going to look at you. You don't exist. Okay, that's fine. You have to honor that, all right? You have to honor when a spirit doesn't want to communicate with you. Don't push the issue. So I want to see who, wait a minute. What if we brought in Mr. Sorrell? Wouldn't that be weird? Do you think we should or not? We can ask, right? All we can do is ask. So let's do it. Mr. Sorrell, can you come in to this reading? I'm going to come back here to the camera. Mr. Sorrell, will you come in to the reading? Ooh, he comes in with a lot of energy. A lot of fighting energy. Like anger and fighting and... Wow, he was power hungry. He shows up with a lion and he shows up as a king. He's knight. He's coming in to communicate because knights are communication. And then he comes in as a king. I am the all-powerful. Woo, whoa, right? This is very interesting that he comes in like that. Francis Sorrell. What do you have to say, Francis Sorrell, about your life? Have you learned anything? Dominion. My God, he's still territorial. Dominion. It's my land. It's my area. I think he's probably the one haunting it the most. This is my world, my dominion, my territory. Jesus. So, what do you want to say? And he's ready to fight. All right, whatever. I'm not going to fight with you. This guy's obviously power hungry. He hasn't learned anything since he's been dead. So I don't really want to communicate with him because he's on such a power trip, and I just don't feel like we would benefit, communicating with him. So let's go ahead and see if there is anything else that we can know about the house. I wonder, let's ask about the energy of the house. Where is the energy of the house right now? What's the energy level in the house right now? It's unbalanced. It's unbalanced. That's interesting. So let me go and pull another card. There's also in this deck a spirit above the person's head. And here's more spirits in the house. It's got a strong spirit energy. And it's got a family of wealth. It's got wealth. It's got the energy of wealth and power. That's what's emanating in this. Because that's the Ten of Pentacles is the wealthiest card that's in the deck. I mean, as far as everyday life, it is definitely wealthy. Is there any anything else we need to know about the Sorrell Weed house? Knight of Wands, that's the spirit activity. And that's the Star. There's more and more being revealed about the house. Here's like strong spirit activity. They interfere with people's thinking mind. Eventually the house will end up with happiness because that's the happiness card. Eventually the spirits will go to the light. This is the sun. Eventually the spirits will rise up and go to the light. So that's a good thing. Is it safe for your average person to go visit the house? Is it safe for people to go visit the house? No, some people not. Some people, the spirits kick them out and they get physically sick. That's not a good card. That's a Five of Pentacles. That's suffering physically. And the Moon, because there's a lot of deceptive energies, and it's lunacy, lunatic. The Moon, lunacy, deception. There's a lot of deception and bad energy in that house. I'm not going to go visit it. Oh, look at this. There's hopefully the spirits are going up into the heavens. Hopefully the spirits will go up to the heavens and have a happy time. So eventually, when the house is happy, then it will probably be better to go visit it. And there again, we get the Ten of Pentacles again. It's just surrounded by wealth. It just got influenced by greed. The greed of money and wealth influenced the house. Wow. Well, this was certainly interesting. I never know where these videos are going to go. But they just go all over the place, and I just go with the flow. The cards will take me here, they'll take me there, and I just go all over the place. So, Sorrell Weed house, I'll never go visit you. If any of you go visit it, let me know what your experiences are.